This video will cover everything you need to know about creating an intellectual property co-ownership agreement, including the steps to use an online template to create your own. Contracts Council's template marketplace has multiple lawyer-drafted templates that you can choose for your specific needs. If you share ownership of intellectual property, such as patents, trademarks, or copyrights, and need a legally binding agreement, then this video is for you. Learn the key concepts and steps to create your agreement in just a few minutes. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. What is an intellectual property co-ownership agreement? An intellectual property co-ownership agreement is a contract that outlines the terms and conditions between two or more parties sharing ownership of a piece of intellectual property. This agreement helps define each party's rights, responsibilities, and the procedures to be followed if the IP is licensed, sold, or further developed. Understanding the key sections in an IP co-ownership agreement is crucial for filling out your online template correctly. Here are the key sections you'll find. 1. Parties involved. This section includes the legal names of all co-owners and their respective ownership percentages. 2. IP description. Clearly defines the intellectual property being co-owned, including patents, copyrights, or trademarks. 3. Ownership rights and responsibilities. Details the rights each owner has, including usage rights, profit sharing, and decision-making powers. 4. Revenue sharing specifies how income from licensing, sales, or commercialization of the IP will be distributed among the co-owners. 5. Transfer of ownership outlines the process for one party to sell or transfer their ownership rights to a third party. 6. Dispute resolution details the procedure for resolving any disputes between co-owners, including arbitration or mediation. And 7. Duration and termination specifies how long the agreement lasts and the conditions under which it can be terminated. How to fill out an intellectual property co-ownership agreement. Now let's dive into how you can fill out an IP co-ownership agreement using an online template. Here's a list of 6 steps you can follow to fill out an intellectual property co-ownership agreement template you can find on Contracts Council's marketplace. Step 1. Select the appropriate template for your type of intellectual property, such as patents, trademarks, or copyrights. Make sure the template matches the ownership structure you need. Step 2. Parties and IP description. Fill in the legal names of the co-owners and provide a detailed description of the intellectual property being co-owned. Step 3. Ownership shares. Specify each party's ownership percentage and any conditions attached to those shares, such as voting power or decision-making authority. Step 4. Revenue and profit sharing. Outline how any income from the IP, licensing, royalties, etc. will be distributed. Step 5. Dispute resolution and transfer terms. Specify how disputes will be resolved and the conditions under which ownership can be transferred or sold. Step 6. Signatures. Ensure all co-owners sign the document, adding their full legal names and titles if necessary. Note that the rest of the document is already drafted by a lawyer and does not require changes unless you have specific customization needs. Creating an intellectual property co-ownership agreement is an important step in protecting each co-owner's rights and ensuring smooth collaboration. If you need help from a licensed attorney or want to find a lawyer-drafted template, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com. Thanks for watching.